It was the winter of 1897. The cold had crept into every crack of the valley in Greenbrier County, West Virginia. Snow lined the hills, and silence hung in the air like something waiting to speak. That was when she was found, Elva Zona Heaster, 23 years old, dead in her own home. Her husband, Erasmus Shue, claimed he'd returned from work to find her lifeless at the bottom of the stairs, laid out oddly, arms crossed, eyes wide open. He dressed her himself, white high-necked gown, heavy veil, and refused to let anyone near the body. At the wake, he cradled her head obsessively. Every time the undertaker tried to examine her neck, Erasmus positioned himself between them. Something was off. But the doctor, under pressure, signed the death certificate. Everlasting faint, later changed to childbirth. Though no one knew she was with child, the case would have ended there, buried, forgotten. But her mother knew different. Mary Jane Heaster never trusted Erasmus. She'd sensed something dark in him from the beginning. And after the funeral, she prayed for a sign, night after night. Then she said Zona came to her, not in a dream, in visits. 4 nights in a row, Zona appeared at the foot of her mother's bed, pale, translucent, shivering in her death gown. Her voice a cold wind, she said she had been murdered, that Erasmus was cruel, that he snapped her neck in a fit of rage, twisting it until the vertebrae cracked. She even described how it happened, where it happened, and what had been done with her body. Mary Jane went straight to the county prosecutor. She begged them to exhume the body. It took convincing, but they agreed. When the corpse was removed from the ground, 23 days after burial, the truth was undeniable. Her neck had been broken cleanly, windpipe crushed, finger marks still visible on her skin. Erasmus's story began to unravel. Locals whispered of Zona's ghost roaming the hills. They said she wouldn't rest until justice was done. At trial, Mary Jane took the stand. She recounted the visits, the voice, the warning. The courtroom sat in stunned silence. The defense tried to paint her as delusional, but the jury and the town believed every word. Erasmus Shue was found guilty of murder and sentenced to life in prison. He died a few years later behind bars. No other American trial before or since has accepted a ghost's testimony as part of the case. Zona Heaster was laid to rest once more, this time in peace, but her story is etched in the earth of Greenbrier County, and on her grave even now the stone reads, "The only known case in which testimony from a ghost helped convict a murderer."